Imagine you are sitting on the toilet right now. You finish your business, reach to the side, and grab a piece of soft, multi-ply, cloud-like toilet paper. Maybe you even press a button, and a warm bidet gently washes you clean. It is a peaceful, hygienic, modern masterpiece of human civilization. But pause and think about this terrifying mathematical reality. The modern roll of toilet paper was only invented around 170 years ago. But anatomically, modern humans have been walking this earth, eating food, and taking dumps for over 300,000 years. So, what exactly did our ancient ancestors use to wipe their butts for the other 299,800 years? If you time-traveled back to the prehistoric wilderness, the bathroom situation was a brutal, scratching, completely unpredictable nightmare. Early humans did not have fluffy paper. They used whatever Mother Nature provided in their immediate surroundings. If you lived in a prehistoric forest, you used broad green leaves or clumps of damp moss. If you lived in a coastal tribe, you used smooth seashells or slippery seaweed. If you lived in a freezing, snow-covered Ice Age tundra, you grabbed a handful of frozen snow. And if you lived in a dry, barren desert, well, you used a handful of rough dirt, sand, or a smooth, round rock. Yes, rocks. Even when human civilization advanced and built massive empires, the bathroom situation remained deeply horrifying. Ancient Romans built beautiful marble public restrooms, but they did not have toilet paper. Instead, they used a device called a tersorium. It was simply a sea sponge tied to the end of a wooden stick. You used it, rinsed it in a small channel of running water, and then, here is the absolute worst part, you passed that exact same sponge to the stranger sitting next to you, a communal shared butt sponge. It was a bacterial nightmare. But looking at the rough leaves, rocks, and shared sponges of the past actually brings us to a much deeper, much more disturbing biological mystery. The real question is not what our ancestors used to wipe. The real question is, why do we even care about wiping at all? Think about the animal kingdom. A dog will happily poop in the grass and then immediately turn around and try to eat it. Pigs will joyfully roll around in their own filth. Cows, horses, and monkeys simply drop their waste wherever they stand and walk away without a single care in the world. They do not look for a leaf. They do not wash their hands. But humans? Humans are entirely different. The mere sight, smell, or even thought of human waste makes us violently gag. It makes our stomachs churn. We are the only creatures on planet Earth that feel a deep, overpowering sense of psychological horror towards our own bodily waste. Why? If you think this is just a polite cultural habit that our parents taught us, you are completely wrong. This reaction is not manners. It is an ancient, invisible, and ruthlessly effective biological force field. It is a highly advanced evolutionary emotion called disgust. Disgust is the unsung hero of human evolution. It is arguably the most powerful survival mechanism our species ever developed. To understand why, you have to look at what feces actually is. Human waste is not just bad-smelling dirt. It is a highly concentrated, deadly biological weapon. It is absolutely swarming with microscopic killers, cholera, dysentery, tapeworms, and billions of lethal parasites. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, before medicine, before soap, and before doctors, stepping on poop or getting it on your hands was a literal death sentence. Imagine two different prehistoric cavemen. Caveman A is completely unbothered by poop. He steps in it, he doesn't wipe, he eats with dirty hands. Within a week, his body is overrun with deadly parasites, he gets severe dysentery, and he dies a painful, miserable death in the dirt. His genetic line ends forever. Now look at Caveman B. Through a random genetic mutation, Caveman B's brain is wired to feel intense psychological revulsion and nausea when he smells feces. He avoids it. He goes far away from the camp to poop. He wipes his hands with sand and water. Caveman B survives. He lives a long, healthy life, has children, and passes down that exact same feeling of revulsion to the next generation. Over millions of years, nature violently eliminated any human who lacked the emotion of disgust. We are the descendants of the most disgusted, easily grossed-out primates to ever live. Disgust was so vital to our survival that it completely rewired our physical faces. Think about the face you make when you smell something truly foul. You automatically scrunch up your nose, pulling your nostrils tightly shut to block the toxic airborne particles from entering your lungs. You narrow your eyes and squint to protect your eyeballs from floating bacteria. Your upper lip curls in a universal expression of rejection. This facial expression is practically identical across every single human culture on Earth. You do not learn it, you are born with it. And evolution did not stop at poop. Once the brain developed this brilliant alarm system, it applied the feeling of disgust to every single biological threat in the natural world. It is the exact same reason why the smell of rotting, spoiled meat makes you vomit. It is the reason why looking at a writhing pile of pale maggots makes your skin violently crawl. It is the reason why stepping near a decaying dead body triggers an overwhelming instinct to run away. Disgust is not a sign of weakness or a polite sensitivity. It is the behavioral immune system of your mind. Before your white blood cells ever have to fight a virus inside your body, your emotion of disgust fights the virus from the outside by physically forcing you to stay away from it. So, the next time you are sitting comfortably on your porcelain throne, reaching for that soft roll of toilet paper, take a moment to respect the deep, instinctual, grossed-out feeling inside you. Do not take it for granted. That exact feeling of nausea and horror is a hardwired survival tactic that protected your ancient ancestors from invisible biological destruction. It guided humanity out of the muddy, disease-ridden caves and allowed us to build clean, healthy, and massive modern civilizations. Disgust literally saved the human race. If this deep dive into the weird, gross, and absolutely genius history of the human body blew your mind, do not just scroll away. Smash that like button to feed the algorithm and share this knowledge with the world. Drop a comment below and tell me, if you were stranded in a prehistoric forest right now, what is the first thing you would use to wipe? I want to read your survival tactics. And most importantly, hit subscribe and ring the notification bell so you never miss our next journey into the brilliant, bizarre, and bloody mysteries of human evolution. Thank you for watching, stay curious, and I will see you in the next video.